those children get abused before you do something to stop it or prevent it.
That is not my concern. I just feel like I see nothing, hear nothing. I am not getting involved.
Ring the Child Care and Protection Hotline. Them people know how to deal with it. You don't have to give them your name.
Call the Child Care and Protection Agency hotline on 227-0979. Children need adults to protect them. Don't let them down.
Mother Kalimata astrologer in Guyana. Pandith Shiva. Know your past, present, future. Relationship problems. Love spells. Health problems. Financial problems. Business problems. Court case. Marriage problems. Family problems. Sexual problems. Good luck. Domestic problems. Promotion. Remove evil spirits. Remove black magic. He will give permanent supreme power protections for your all problems. Meet him once and get permanent solutions for your all problems. Located in Brickdam, Georgetown. Call or WhatsApp for more information, +5926120036. All religions are welcome. All matters private and confidential. Mother Kalimata Astrology. Salala, we offers all your hygienic and cleaning essentials, made from pure wood pulp that's eco-friendly and safe for you and your family, all made in Guyana. Our super soft toilet paper and luxurious face tissues pampers you. Extra tough kitchen roll that tackles messes and napkins that absorbs up spills. Salala, cleanliness that shines. Made in Guyana and available at supermarkets countrywide. Contact us on 592-501-4849, 592-672-8888, or 592-697-8888.
Top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. First shipment of relief hampers deployed to Grenada following Hurricane Beryl. Government continues to destroy democratic institutions. Teachers' resolve for better pay must be applauded, says Aubrey Norton. Boat cook missing. Family suspects foul play. And Jack Dio says government has put procurement officers on notice amid violations of procurement laws. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Tuesday, July 2nd edition of the HGP Nightly News. We have what you need to know this evening. As Hurricane Beryl wreaks havoc on the people of Grenada, the first shipment of relief hampers from Guyana has been deployed. CARICOM Chair and Guyana's President Irfan Ali is seeking additional support from the general public and the business community. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
On Monday, members of the Civil Defense Commission (CDC), along with volunteers from its volunteer corps, packed relief hampers for residents of Grenada after Hurricane Beryl barreled through the island. Tarpaulins, chainsaws, generators, batteries, torchlights, safety vests, hygiene items, water purification tablets, and collapsible water bottles were dispatched early Tuesday morning via the Guyana Defense Force aircraft. Hurricane Beryl, which has now been upgraded to a Category 5 storm, has impacted several Caribbean islands so far, and weather predictions show that its trajectory will cause more damage. Chairman of the Caribbean Community CARICOM, President Irfan Ali, in a Facebook post, has expressed deep concern over the passage of Hurricane Beryl through the region. The president in a statement added that initial reports have indicated significant damage and destruction to infrastructure and private property in some territories. Quote unquote, as this weather phenomenon rolls its way through the region, we must continue to brace ourselves against the effect of high winds, storm surge along sea coasts, and heavy rainfall. In light of these challenging times, the head of state urged all citizens and the private sector to coordinate closely with the respective governments and regional emergency response mechanisms in providing immediate support and relief to those affected by the hurricane. Meanwhile, the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CDEMA, in a statement on Monday, announced its commitment to assisting participating states threatened by Hurricane Beryl. Beryl is the region's first major hurricane of 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, with active hurricane warnings continue to be in effect for Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Trinidad and Tobago. In response to the threat posed by Hurricane Beryl, CDEMA said it's activated its regional coordination plan on June 29, 2024, and will continue to monitor the progress of Hurricane Beryl. The decision to coordinate a plan and assist the states was made following a meeting by the Caribbean Development Partners Group, CDPG, which convened over 166 representatives from local, regional, and international agencies. Plans were discussed in preparation for the Category 4 windstorm. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Government was harshly condemned for its treatment of the Guyana Teachers Union. One political heavyweight has accused the PPP of its persistence in destroying democratic institutions. Here is more. The ongoing talks between the Guyana Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education was mentioned when Leader of the Opposition, Aubrey Norton, addressed his party's 22nd Biennial Congress. The opposition leader believes that teachers should not have to be embroiled in a national tussle with the government for livable wages and salaries.
Also applaud our teachers and other public servants for their resolve and courage as they continue their struggle for respect and a livable income.
As it stands, the Guyana Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education met on June 26th for day one of conciliation talks. Still, no consensus has been reached on the time frame for a multi-year proposal. Mr. Norton believes that the buck stops with government and accused the People's Progressive Party Civic of attempting to destroy the Guyana Teachers Union.
Guyana's arrived at its lowest low. Politically, the government continues to destroy our democratic institutions and politicize the police, army, and the entire public service. It impoverishes workers of this country by refusing them a livable wage while simultaneously destroying the trade unions that are there to represent them.
Mr. Norton believes that the teachers' plight, among other issues, are tantamount to executive lawlessness.
The foregoing, coupled with executive lawlessness, incompetence, high levels of corruption, and ethnic and political discrimination, is clearly hurtling Guyana down the road to becoming a totalitarian and authoritarian state. The action of the government over the last 4 years have resulted in a national crisis in Guyana.
The opposition leader promised to prioritize the interest of teachers and public servants should the People's National Congress form the next government after the 2025 general and regional elections. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Newly elected leader of the Alliance for Change, Nigel Hughes, has challenged President Irfan Ali to a meeting with all political parties and civil society stakeholders to discuss key areas of national importance. Find out what these areas are as Antonio Day reports.
Following Saturday's election to the Alliance for Change, AFC's top post, leader Nigel Hughes called on the incumbent administration to meaningfully engage all political parties and civil society stakeholders to discuss 5 key areas: education, foreign relations, health, and poverty that need immediate attention. He recommended a 10 to 15-year plan with the consent of all parties.
I am saying to President Ali, as a matter of national urgency, convene a meeting of all the parliamentary parties, civil society, and our university, so we send a message to the international business community and to our friends that we are serious about the development of this country.
Touching on the area of education, the attorney at law called attention to weaknesses that must be addressed.
48% of secondary students are not finishing school. The new oil economy that is being built right now, let me tell you, it's not going to stop. Will require skilled and semi-skilled workers.
Like the oil and gas industry, the AFC leader also highlighted the need for skilled and semi-skilled workers in the construction industry. Hughes remarked that if the trend of truancy continues, there will be serious implications in the education sector.
So if our children are falling out of school today, 1 out of 2, they have very little prospects of getting a job in a modern economy in our own country, and the labor will come from overseas.
He also stressed the need to bolster the country's foreign affairs and policies in wake of the ongoing territorial dispute with neighboring Venezuela. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. Powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you are 18 years or over by June 30, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. If you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE, you are required to apply for registration if your name is not in the PLE, apply for a transfer if you have changed your address since you were registered, apply for a name change if you have changed your name, or apply for a correction if your registration particulars are incorrect. Any person whose information on the PLE is incorrect can apply for such information to be changed or corrected. Any person applying for a change or correction to his or her particulars must provide the relevant original source document, birth certificate and deed poll for a name change by deed poll, marriage certificate and ID card for a name change by marriage, divorce absolute in the case of a woman who is desirous of reverting to her maiden name from her married name, birth certificate, adoption or naturalization certificate for correction of minor clerical errors. Visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to conduct any of those transactions. The claims aspect of this exercise will end on Monday, July 15, 2024. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. Our developing story: an elderly man has tragically lost his life when fire swept through his West Coast Berbice home Monday afternoon. The details from Carice Gonzalez.
Carl Posad of Lot 16 Bush Lot, West Coast Berbice, died following a fire of unknown origin broke out in his home approximately 5:45 p.m. on Monday, as confirmed by Subdivision Officer Ewart Kesney. Prasad resided in the upper flat of a building. The bottom flat housed the Nalico and Nafico Insurance Company. Witnesses reported seeing Prasad attempting to signal for help through his bedroom window as the fire rapidly spread. The fire quickly engulfed nearby buildings and businesses, resulting in the complete destruction of 2 buildings and severely damaging another. These properties belong to Ruth Posad of Lot 15B Bush Lot. The upper flat was vacant, while the lower flat housed a medical aid pharmacy and Ramesh Jewelry, both of which were completely destroyed. Additionally, the property of Lot 17B Bush Lot owned by a teacher suffered partial damage. The upper floor of this 2-story concrete building was partly burnt, while the lower floor accommodated 2 businesses. In providing an update to this newscast, Subdivision Officer Ewart Kesney noted that investigations into the cause of the fire are ongoing. There is a possibility that the cause will be determined by July 3, 2024. Kesney emphasized, though, that the importance of not rushing the investigation is to avoid inaccurate conclusions. The Guyana Fire Service on Wawak Station saw the assistance of New Amsterdam and Mahaica fire stations. Despite the collaborative efforts of the fire stations, the affected properties suffered significant losses. Following the fire, the charred remains of Carl Posad was discovered. He was the lone occupant of the house. His remains are at the Bailey Funeral Home awaiting an autopsy. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
At the 45th regular meeting of the Organization of American States, Minister of Foreign Affairs Hugh Todd declared that Guyana will rely on the support from the OAS as dialogue between Guyana and Venezuela continues. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Hugh Todd, in delivering remarks during the plenary of the 54th regular session of the General Assembly of the Organization of American States, OAS, noted that the OAS stands as a premier hemispheric institution developed to achieve, quote-unquote, an order of peace and justice, promote solidarity, strengthen collaboration, and defend the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and independence of the American states. In this regard, Minister Todd stated that Guyana will continue to count on the support of the OAS as Guyana seeks to implement December 1, 2023, Order of the International Court of Justice, ICJ, and the Joint Declaration of Argyll for Dialogue and Peace between Guyana and Venezuela, while awaiting the ruling of the court on the validity of the 1899 arbitral award. The foreign minister also welcomed the progress over recent months in Haiti and reaffirmed the solidarity and commitment of the government and the people of Guyana with the government and the people of Haiti. Minister Todd further alluded to the current global flashpoint and prevailing geopolitical flux which exacerbate the overall impact of threats to regional security and underscore the importance of countering these threats through concerted action and a regional commitment to enhance cybersecurity capacity to effectively combat emerging threats. The minister posited that developing adequate resilience, response capability, and strengthening the region's collective security must be a point of common cause for all member states in maintaining the region as a zone of peace. Minister Todd called on the member states to remain optimistic in working to forge an organization more grounded in collective aspirations as a hemispheric community, anchored in the principles and precepts of international law, and more responsive to the imperative of a more secure, sustainable, and resilient future for the people of the Americas. The plenary session was held under the theme, quote-unquote, Integration and Security for Sustainable Development in the Region. Tiana Cole reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. The sister of a cook who plies his trade on a vessel is suspecting foul play in his disappearance after several versions of the story were presented by the boat captain and the crew. This story from Daisy Richards.
Osad Gaya, the sister of 48-year-old Emlak Sears, also known as Bucky, who has been missing since May 10, is suspecting foul play in her brother's disappearance after variant stories from the captain and crew members. In a sit-down with Nightly News, Osad related what was related to her and the now missing man's mother by the boat captain.
My mother was contacted on the 11th of May by the boat captain, Mike Harry, and he was asking her if she heard from him now. And she said to him, no, she hadn't heard from him. And subsequently the phone cut off. So I took the phone from her, I redialed the number, and I began speaking with the boat captain. I asked him where was Bucky missing from. He said Bucky left the boat at Terrace Park.
After making inquiries, Osset said she contacted the Lenora police station, where the boat captain said he made a police report. But the story contradicted what was initially said to them.
In that report, it states that my brother was last seen going up into the boat and he fell off of the boat.
The boat captain claimed that he started a search for her brother after he went missing, but did not inform Maritime. She expressed her dissatisfaction with the manner in which the matter is being handled by the Guyana police force.
I am not satisfied with the way that the police has been handling the investigation. There was a lackluster way about it. It was not until we actually went to the police station to make inquiries that they actually began to do some sort of investigations.
She added that she confronted the boat captain on the 31st of May in the presence of a police officer, but it was to no avail as he did not respond. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Civon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Civon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
From the genesis of footwear comfort, Colors Boutique comes their back-to-school footwear, featuring brands like Skechers, Everlast.
Visit us at 70E Robb Street or opposite 2J Store on Regent Street, Georgetown, or call 225-3010.
Puma, Ocean Pacific, Image brand footwear from as low as $1,000. LRX, Nike, Reebok, Clarks, and more. Sizes ranging from infant to adults. We also have spray ground backpacks. Free giveaways until stocks last. Buy one and get the other pair at half price on selected brands. Colors Boutique, the leaders in footwear comfort.
The Guyana Elections Commission GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors OLE. If you became 18 years or over by June 30th, 2024, and you are a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors PLE in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. If you have changed your address since you were registered, you need to visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your new area of residence to apply for a transfer. Monday, 15 July 2024 is the last day you can apply for a transfer during this exercise. For further information, contact GCOM at 225-027829, 226-65578 or 9, 223-9650, or visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy.
Watching the HGP Nightly News, welcome back. Aubrey Norton, the re-elected leader of the People's National Congress Reform, said he is open to having a consensus for a presidential candidate, as long as the candidate emerges from his party. More details from Daisy Richards.
Aubrey Norton, the recently re-elected leader of the People's National Congress Reform PNCR on Tuesday, during an interview with veteran broadcaster Bobby Beryl, said he is open to having a consensus for a presidential candidate as long as the candidate emerges from the PNCR.
I have no problem with us having a consensual candidate. For instance, somebody like Carl Renage, if we think he is good to run and win, we have no problem with him as a consensual candidate.
Norton added that with the PNCR being the largest party in the coalition, it is entitled to choosing the presidential candidate as the party has more than 90% support.
Which political party will have more than 90% of the support of the opposition would give its power, for the want of a better word, to 5 or 10%. It makes no sense. So when I speak of a consensual candidate, I'm speaking of a consensual candidate as it relates to the People's National Congress Reform.
He highlighted that he does not see the PNCR giving its leadership to a party that has a mere 15% of supporters, since his party has worked hard, and as such, leadership should be down to the party.
What are we saying to our supporters? That we are supporting you for you to bring somebody else and give them leadership? We have worked and mobilized, and the hard work we would have done will have to be done to the benefit of the PNC.
Norton, however, when questioned by Beryl, who is also a prominent member of the PNCR, softened up a bit, saying that should a presidential candidate emerge from within the coalition that does not belong to the PNCR out of necessity, he is going to be supportive. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Amid revelation that Guyana has porous procurement laws, General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic warned that lawbreakers will be read the Riot Act. Antonio Day reports.
We've already been reading the Riot Act to many of the people in the regions, the procurement officers. We made it clear that if you violate this, particularly deliberately, you would face the consequences. I've had to deal with a number of people who come here and they complain.
That was General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Bar Jagdeo, last Thursday at a press briefing. In attempting to convince reporters that the government is working non-stop to strengthen the procurement system countrywide, Jagdeo said that the state intends to introduce a pre-qualification system for contractors to avoid infractions or defaults in projects.
There are multiple agencies that consistently do this. And we have fought this, and because of our fight against it, we have managed to keep most of these contracts outside of corrupt practices because of the battle that we constantly wage.
Tipui Group Inc., which is owned by social media activist Michael Rodriguez, also known as the Guyanese Critic, was awarded a contract valued at $688 million earlier this year. The contract is for land development under the Ministry of Housing. Tipui Group Inc. has no experience in construction and came to public notice last year when it was awarded an $865 million contract at Bellevue West Bank, Demerara. After intense public pressure, the Public Procurement Commission conducted a review and in its report cited that Tipui Group Inc. had failed to meet the bidding and evaluation criteria. Notably, Critic is an affiliate of the incumbent government, and many are questioning his competence in construction since he, Rodriguez, is inexperienced. Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Scores of local actors benefited from a one-day workshop featuring renowned British actor Silvio Simac. Find out more from Carice Gonzalez.
The Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports over the weekend hosted a workshop for young actors at the National Culture Center. The workshop featured Silvio Simac, a globally acclaimed actor, martial arts specialist recognized for his role in award-winning movies John Wick 3 and Transformer 3. Simac, originally from Croatia and now based in London, recounted his personal journey and encouraged aspiring actors to persist in their craft and seize growth opportunities.
I'm here to say that no matter where you are currently in your life, in your journey, you have the power to achieve greatness and to change the course of your life. If you don't challenge yourself, you will never realize how far you can go. And you will never realize your true potential and what you can become.
Meanwhile, Charles Ramson, Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, in addressing participants, underscored the significance of nurturing the arts.
It's important that you have an insight on the industry. He's had that real-time experience and exposure and has made it where he's ended up on film and some big movies. So he gets to share with you what he had to go through, and then at the same time, you get to learn from him what it takes to make it in the industry.
Ramson further highlighted investments in the arts, including Letitia Wright's 2023 visit and the establishment of the Guyana National School of Theatre Arts and Drama, an accredited institution fostering skill set. He emphasized the importance of practice and confidence, essential not only in acting, but all aspects of life. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. Your regional news is up next.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Grenada. Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell, has said that the island of Curacao had been flattened in just half an hour and that government officials also expected extreme damage on the neighboring island of Petite Martinique. The islands were badly hit by Beryl, a powerful Category 4 hurricane that began sweeping through the eastern Caribbean islands on Monday, making a devastating landfall on Curacao, a small island north of Grenada. The force of Hurricane Beryl, the first of this year's season, left a trail of destruction in its path as it made landfall. Trees snapped in half, extensive storm surge, and roofs blown off as winds reached more than 150 miles per hour. There was no power on any of the islands and communication was difficult, officials said. Mitchell said that the complete scale of the damage on Curacao and Petite Martinique would not be clear until Monday evening, adding that he would travel to Curacao as soon as it was safe to do so. Quote, there was devastation all around, unquote, the Prime Minister said. Quote, we therefore expect that we will have to quickly transition into damage assessment and recovery and stabilization mode, unquote. While in Trinidad and Tobago, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says Trinidad and Tobago has weathered Hurricane Beryl without significant damage. Dr. Rowley made a post to his Facebook page Monday afternoon expressing gratitude. Dr. Rowley thanked CARICOM colleagues for their offers of assistance even as the storm approached. The Prime Minister also announced that he is ready to assist our Caribbean neighbors who were affected. Dr. Rowley said, quote, as we remain prepared to support Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines during this challenging period, we are reminded of the saying, there but for the grace of God go I, end of quote. Finally, news from Cuba. Cuba's government said late on Sunday it will double down on price controls and continue to fight tax evasion in an increasingly desperate bid to tamp down on ballooning fiscal deficit and spiraling inflation that has devastated its economy. The measures will bring the 2024 budget and goals in line with what the government refers to as a, quote, wartime economy, unquote, according to a state-run media summary of a meeting of the Council of Ministers, the country's top executive body. Cuba's economy has been decimated by a combination of factors, including the COVID-19 pandemic, stiffened U.S. sanctions, and a state-dominated business model plagued by bureaucracy, mismanagement, and corruption. The social and economic crisis is widely seen as among the worst since Fidel Castro's 1959 resolution, leading to a record-breaking exodus of Cuban migrants in the past 2 years. The announced measures, many long discussed and implemented in various forms by Cuba's socialist government, aim to bolster foreign exchange, encourage food production, and bring order to flailing state-run businesses, said Mildred Galdino de la Torre, First Deputy Minister of Economy and Planning. The government said it would announce a single, inclusive, and equal pricing policy for all subjects of the economy, which includes both the state and non-state sectors, according to a report from the Communist Party's Granma newspaper. Cuba's socialist authorities in 2021 lifted a ban on private companies in place since early in Castro's revolution, but Communist Party stalwarts say pricing disparities have contributed to soaring inflation. The government also said it would centralize decision-making on the national budget, allowing it to slash line items and bring expenditures in line with revenue. The report painted a dire picture of the economy, but provided few figures and did not say when the announced actions would come into effect. Diaz-Canel earlier this year sacked his economy minister Alejandro Gil on allegations of corruption, part of a broader high-level shakeup that also appears measures aimed at solving festering economic woes. Thank you for watching. Until next time.
First shipment of relief hampers deployed to Grenada following Hurricane Beryl. Government continues to destroy democratic institutions. Teachers' resolve for better pay must be applauded, says Aubrey Norton. Boat cook missing, family suspects foul play. Jack Dio says government has put procurement officers on notice amid violations of procurement laws. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special, HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.